Hey everyone, this is Pick One, Pack One, the place to get all of your drafting needs. I'm here with my co-host, Paul J. Camo. How are you doing, Paul?
I'm doing great, Gavin. We're gonna get into some games now. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, we did this draft along where we made a very cool Golgari green-black deck, and since we've done a little bit of tweaking, let's see here. What should we call this deck? We should call it P1 Draft Along.
Sounds good. One
We
thing to note is that
we
when
did
we
change, yeah.
ended the draft along, we were straight Golgari, but you and I did some quick peeking. We looked at a Simic deck, a blue-green deck, and it didn't give us anything, but we really wanted that Riverturn Monument. That Riverturn Monument is sweet. It fuels filling our graveyard. It mills our opponent, but it also can mill us, so we can make our Achik bigger. And it's just also potential a late game way to just kill your opponent.
Right. I feel like because we have so much late game stuff, this Hazard the Dunes, the Agnosaur Rex, Migrating Ketrodons, I feel like we can stall out to the late game where we would have the ability to mill our opponent out if we don't win with damage first. If we don't win some games, then we may switch back to the Golgari. If we find that the mana base is too intensive, we may switch back or streamline it. But this is the final build. We ended up cutting the Pactol Terrors because we only had 4 artifacts in total.
Not enough to be
Not enough to actually push over the finish line. The Pactol Terror is at its best in a blue-black shell, not blue-green, because blue-green is obviously has way more creatures and not artifacts.
Yeah, way less artifacts.
Green has a lot more creatures and not as many artifacts. I think that speculative Pactol Terror pick, didn't end up working out in the end, but you have to be okay with that. It was a signal that black was open, and we did see a lot of black cards in the second pack, obviously, and into the third. It's just, making the right picks at the right time can be tricky. All right, so you want to jump into this game and let's see how we do.
Yeah, let's do it up. And quick shout, if you're enjoying us doing playthrough content versus just staring at still images and talking at each other, like this, subscribe, tell us what you want to see more of, and maybe you'll see more
the
of
old
it.
classic arena special.
All right.
All one color and
all
no
one
the
color.
other. I mean, this is a
Grim
borderline
Bauble,
keep.
Scrap Compactor.
There's a little bit of interaction here. I just think I need both colors.
On the draw, I'll defer to you, but I could see a world where we kept this hoping to hit our green.
Of course, the one of 3 islands in the deck.
We have a 1-drop, a 2-drop, and a Scrap Compactor.
This is fine. Don't get me wrong, but
what are we putting on the bottom?
It's got to be Achik, right?
It's got to be Achik, right?
It's just unfortunate, but we're at where we're at, and that's how it's got to be, I guess. Yeah, 1-drop, 2-drop, and then a little bit of interaction / removal. I wish I could play the Stampeding Scurryfoot on 1, but it's also good later on. Of course, not going to draw the swamp or the green source, but there you go.
That's okay. We'll start the engines.
Yeah, and hopefully... love that play. Love that play for us.
Yeah, get rid of that. Using there's your forest.
Yeah, do I go Scurryfoot and Compactor or go Sarcophagus start? I think I'm going to start my engines. Yeah.
I would start engines, yeah.
Because Scurryfoot is going to be good on 4 anyway. I can do that same play next turn. Grim Javelineer, definitely just attacking into that. Don't really care about it.
Yeah. Don't want to give them the initiative, essentially, of being able to scry and grow their thing.
We'll see if they want to trade. They do. Well, they want to keep me off of max speed. All right, here I'm actually going to utilize my mana efficiently and play the Pothole Mole.
Jam that mole. Let's
No
See
misses.
what
Okay,
comes
we missed a
back.
web strike elite, but grabbing that second force
That's
is going to be
fine.
nice.
Yeah, we need that.
I wonder why they're so eager to trade. Slash, they must have more removal in their hand if they're doing that.
Possibly,
Okay,
yeah.
there's a mutant surveyor. Okay, so I can actually play this scrap compactor and kill it right away if I want to, because they can't hold
They
up that
can't pump
trick.
it. Yeah,
And I think that's good because the next turn I can go Scurryfoot immediately
Scurryfoot
activate,
and make a friend. Yeah,
and this increases our speed as well. And then I have an engine rat backup to get rid of something else that's larger. They're also red black, so not too many ways. I'm doing this main phase in case they have a trick or something, but I can't think of anything for one red that. I guess there's the one red that's the
first strike.
first strike trick, right? But
Yeah,
that wouldn't have saved it here. Maybe be on the lookout for that. Is this any creature?
then return a
Yeah,
creature or vehicle from your graveyard to hand.
seems good.
Oh, excuse me.
They got their own engine rat. Hey, what's up,
Nice,
Ratty?
nice.
Ratty rat rat.
All right, so that plays defense for them for a little bit, which is fine.
Sure does. I'm actually going to attack into it.
No, because they can also. I would
I think I'm
just
just going to play
play
the
the mouse.
Scurryfoot and
Yeah,
pass. If they animate the carrying cruiser and attack, I'm going to block with the mole. Actually, I probably will block with the Scurryfoot. Great. Love that. That's why we waited until we had 5 mana open.
yup.
Thank you for using your lightning strikes there instead of on my face.
And now we can make the trade with the pothole mole with the vehicle and feel pretty okay about it.
Absolutely. They do notably have the 6 mana to do the drain in the end, but we also will have that once we play the Engine Rat and the Loxodon. I'm actually comfortable attacking with both because I feel like if we're racing, then this is a race
Yeah,
that we're going to win, and it'll get our speed up for the Loxodon Surveyor afterwards. I do think they might have that first strike trick, though. Probably better to make them
they've
use it,
got
though.
one card in hand. Yeah, just show us what you got.
If they block with the rat, then they definitely have the first strike trick. Waiting with bated breath. Yep. And that's it. Pedal to the metal. Called it. I mean, in the end, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
But
we got our speed up. We play
and
out
also
our
we can
hand.
activate the engine rat next turn.
Yeah.
That'll give us max speed, and then we can use the Loxodon Surveyor to draw a card.
Yep.
Javelin here. Okay.
All right, that's going to give them a survey, which is fine. We're both in top deck mode now, so it's a
Yes,
matter
but we
of
actually have a card
which.
draw, so
Yeah.
this is a attack with these two,
Yeah.
right? Because this is good trades all around.
Fine.
Totally fine. Please trade with my surveyor. Thank you. Trade with the mole too. Fine.
Perfect.
Good with that.
Keep the board clear.
Nice. And now I'm actually just going to activate the lock. Oh, actually, I have to activate this. Is this? Oh no, this is instant speed.
Yep, that's fine. So you can do that on their end step. Oh
I'm actually
no,
not
you
going to.
can only go max speed on your turn.
Oh, that's
You can
right.
activate the
Wow, I
ability,
punted.
but you're not going to grow your
I
start
punted
your
on that
engines.
one. Oof. Oh, that's a mistake.
That's all right.
Whoops.
We're still winning the race.
I need to get to max speed
It's
here,
fine.
and should I offer the? No, I'm just gonna stay back. Make them use their mana that way. That was a little bit of a punt, though, for sure.
It's fine. I feel like we're still far enough ahead in the race that unless they slam an insane bomb, we just don't care.
Nice.
Don't main phase it.
No,
This is a decision tree actually. We can either pass and then drain them on their turn, or if they don't do anything, we can decide to draw, or we can just play pothole mole and draw a card with a surveyor.
I could
Like I
also
think if we're
+2
gonna,
+2 with the Fang Guardian and
yeah.
get in for more damage and attack.
So let's go back and do what you were gonna do. Let's draw the card now, and then let's see
Actually,
about.
I'm gonna attack and probably pothole mole.
Okay.
because then I can Fang Guardian if they don't block it, and that'll get in for 3 extra points of damage, and I still have the Loxodon Surveyor as another
Okay.
good play. So, yeah, I'm going to attack. If they block, then I'll probably just activate the ability just to get in for the maximum amount of damage. But if they do that, then I'll do this. And Pohomo, and I'll just stay like this.
Yeah, then we can draw the card on their turn. Seems good. We're definitely in the driver's seat right now.
Mm-hmm.
They missed.
Sucker.
This is why I don't like Gastel Raider that much in this format.
They must have thought that I had
a trick.
instant or sorcery, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
But this is why I don't like Gastel Raider in this format with the number of vehicles that are here versus instant and sorceries. It just misses more times than it hits, and I don't care about them getting to max speed and having...
Dredger's Insight is good.
There you go.
I like that. I can also activate the Engine Rat still and just clock them. And what do we think? Just the Hazard of the Dunes or the Migrating Catcher? I think the
Hazard of the Dunes has trample.
Has trample, yeah.
So if we're going to try and close out this game, yeah.
And should I attack with the Fang Guardian?
No, let's not trade it just yet.
I just don't want them to get to max speed. But I guess that's fine.
We can keep them from getting to max speed on their attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they have the engine. I guess that's fine.
Fine.
That's a desperation activation, and then even the bestow greatness.
Here you go. Yeah,
I should have all out attacked.
I would have turned everything sideways there
because I can't activate both. Oops.
We'll just
unless they have a trick.
They're tapped. They've got no tricks. I would just activate it and do the max amount of damage to them.
That was a punt to not attack with everything.
So they're at
2 punts in a single game, but they're still dogs.
It's all right. They're at 3. They need a Hail Mary play. Good game.
Are you going to concede? Yes. Hey, all right. Well, that actually went pretty good. Oh, man, I'm all the way back in silver. No justice. Man, they drop you down in rank so fast after you get out of Mythic. Like, I didn't get back up there until after I had already, played a little bit, and they just drop you down each month you go down another 2 ranks, right? So got to stay at the top of your game, right?
Yeah. I have definitely not had the win record in Aetherdrift that I had in Foundations, but I have been enjoying Aetherdrift as much of as a format as Foundations.
I think I liked Foundations just a little bit better, just because it felt very classic Magic, and this feels
for sure
a little bit more high tech, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
but still enjoying the format. But definitely keeping this, especially on the play. We'll lead with a Forest into Sarcophagus into Pothole Mole or Dredger's Insight.
I would use our mana efficiently in Pothole Mole. Dredger's Insight gets back
the Dredger's Insight might be okay.
Correct. No, among the milled cards.
It's among the milled cards, so I actually might do this first. Oh, that's a tough call. Because the Pothole Mole will also trigger the Dredger's Insight. I actually think that the Walking Sarcophagus is still just a turn 2 play.
Okay.
Just get some pressure on them.
Yeah.
And I'm probably still going to Pothole Mole turn 3 just to see what we mill, and then Dredger's Insight turn 4 if I don't draw anything else. I'm going to hold the island for as long as possible to make sure that the opponent doesn't know we're playing 3-color, but that's more of like a game. Oh, no. The Sky Seeker. Oh, geez.
That's all right.
All right, well, I'm definitely going to try and trade with that if I can. All right. Well, hopefully I can find something to do. All right. Well, good news. I don't care about any of those. Not
Fang
really.
Guardian is a little bit sad to lose.
The Loxodon Surveyor is actually probably good in the graveyard, And if they don't play anything else out this turn, hey, this might be the person that took the Willow Rush Verge in our pod. They're also playing a Wild Roads, which was also a card that we could have picked in the beginning. But having 4 lands and a Dredger's Insight isn't really my idea of a great hand.
Hmm.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Opponent's tanking.
Mm-hmm.
What could they be thinking about here?
I use the Gandalf avatar, but I always think it's really interesting to see what people like to use as their avatar. Like some people really like the old school, still definitely attacking into that, and still definitely attacking into that. Yeah. And there's an Agnosaurus Rex.
All right.
All right, so I'm just
We're
gonna wait till
looking.
next turn to play that.
Yeah. Just play the 8.
This is good, but like an 8/8 is better, right?
Yeah.
I could play the Dredger's Insight as well, but I'm just gonna keep smacking. That's fine. Good with that. Speed 3, good. I could even I
I
can't
would
get it
I
back
would
with the Dredger's Insight, but
I would insight now, and let's see.
hello, River Turn.
Do we want the River Churn or do we want the Hazard of the Dunes? They have a Death Toucher still.
I think the River Churn. I think this might be a grindier game. I'm going to take the
Okay.
River Churn here. Plus, it fuels us.
Excuse me. Yeah, it almost feels bad not having run the island out earlier because we could have played it on that turn after we found it.
For sure. Oh, there they go, activating.
They sent a Ketrodon away.
Oh,
We're
look at
fine
that.
with
We
that.
drew a Hazard of the Dunes anyway. All right, so obviously just slamming the Rex. I'm going to hold the pothole mat mole back to get the beast right.
I would, if we're gonna play the 8/8 versus a grindier plan, I would just slam 2 damage.
I'm actually going to hold it back.
Okay.
Because again, if our plan is the River Churn, then just being a little bit more defensive here is fine. And also, we're both at 16 and they have a flyer. So next
Yeah,
turn
but
I can go.
they're not gonna attack with the flyer.
Next turn I can go River
It's more
Churn
them
into
using
Hazard
it
though, right?
into Hazard. Yeah.
Well, they shouldn't attack, but yeah, if it's grindier, then yeah, mill yourself. And they missed. They whiffed on it. Shouldn't have activated your Seeker Sky Serpent Seeker. No, I'm just kidding. They have some
I'm just
cool
waiting for
sleeves here.
them. They do have cool sleeves. I'm waiting for them to play the bite spell. I was waiting for them to play a bite spell, the Death Toucher, on our Dino, and they didn't. So I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Do I run out the Hazard? I think I just run out the Hazard, right? Because then they would have to
Well,
use the.
do they have a counter spell?
I haven't seen any indications of that so far. I'm just going to run it. They are holding priority. Nope. Resolves.
Okay.
No attacks. And then next
And
turn.
we will happily trade the
return.
Death Toucher with the 4/4 to
I
start.
might take
getting
one
in with
hit
our
from the
dinosaur.
Death Toucher to start. Looks like they don't have removal for either of these, which is good. All right. So I actually could just activate the River Churn or do the Hazard of the Dunes.
Before having dumped that land, I would have pothole mold to see if we can find our second blue source. But
That's a good call.
That's fine.
That's a little minutia, but yeah.
We're not exhausting them yet anyways. And we can save the activated ability on the monument until their turn.
Yeah, I'm going to save that and the Hazard of the Dunes activated ability as well because it's 7 mana.
Yep.
To do that. So I'd rather do that and then do the River Churn Monument or just,
Yeah.
Because it might play another pothole mole here or something. It obviously looks like they're looking for lands, which is kind of scary. 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, they're going to saddle that. What is this attack?
So they could bestow on their 6/6 to.
So I'm just going to double block here.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And just activate, see what they do.
Well, we're happily gonna
even if they run over one of these. Oh, it's a Fang Guardian.
I think we're fine with that. Yeah.
Okay. Got anything else? No? Okay. Are you going to kill my Rex or Hazard of the Dunes?
Rex.
Funny, I would have killed the Hazard of the Dunes, honestly, if it was me.
I don't think they're as worried about it having reach.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So, okay, so
So,
pothole first.
well, fire the scrap compactor off, kill the death toucher, and beat down.
Then I have a good attack, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then let's see what they're going to do with those 2 cards in hand. I still feel like they're sitting on a removal spell of some kind that they have not tried to throw at us.
possible.
Or they're just bluffing 2 lands and they're flooded as all get out.
That's also very possible. Oh, they're not blocking?
Bounce spell.
Could be a bounce spell.
I feel like they would have played it
On the
last
Rex.
combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't have anything. All right, here's a question. Do I pothole mole or do I river churn? Also, that
Well,
gave
we
us max speed.
can. I would just pass and see what they do
So
because
what
we
I
can
want to
now
do is
draw
actually
a
I want
card.
to pothole mole because if I get the other blue source, I want that to be held up.
Okay.
And it gives me another blocker in case they have like a bestow greatness or something. Because I haven't played a land yet this turn, so there's the blue source.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
I
Yeah.
could even
Take
no,
the
I
take
want
the
the actual
untapped
blue
one. Yeah.
source.
Yeah,
Cool.
because now we can activate that EOT.
And how many cards in grave?
6.
Nice. I have 16 cards left in library. They have 20.
Yeah, so we don't need to mill
Green does have some
ourselves anymore.
artifact destruction, so this River Churn Monument might be answered at some point, but we have another draw in the Loxodon Surveyor, which would gain us. Ooh, trade the helm.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oof. That's okay.
Shoot.
It's tapped. We're at 16. We're not super worried about that right now.
Yeah. All right. Now we're definitely going for the mill win.
Yep. 7.
If they attack, I will trade with the Fang Guardian.
They're not going to
Do
attack
we
right
mill
now.
ourselves as
No,
well?
don't mill ourselves. We're already behind. We've already hit all our mana. So we don't really have anything we want to get.
Of course we try. Of course we
back.
draw another land.
That's fine. We have a draw.
All right. Let's do that first. Holding up the activated ability. Oh, Migrating Ketrodon is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean,
We're gonna gain 4. We're gonna gain 4 life. I would play that. We're gonna gain 4 life. We're gonna be able to trade with our own thing, and that's fine. So that we're holding the ground, and now we're on the mill plan, and we're making them have to kill us.
They just straight up.
Make
What
sure
ruins
you
me
have.
here?
Make sure you're blocking with 11 power worth of stuff. If they have
I
the
might just take it.
+4/+4.
I might just take it because let's see here. Block 2.
Okay.
I'm at 21.
You're at 21. You can take 2 hits of that.
I could probably just take
I could
one.
see that. Yeah.
Ooh, Earth Rumbler.
Ooh.
I see. And that one does have trample.
Yeah, and we're going to be fueling that when we mill them. How many cards are in their graveyard now?
10.
10.
Not great.
10, that'll put them at 12. They'll remove
I mean,
1 and go to 11.
the exhaust is also a tap ability, so if I mill them for 10, they still have 7 cards left in deck.
Yeah.
I think I just gotta hold it.
Yeah.
Jeez. That stinks. What I wouldn't give for a spin out right now. That the helm trade was pretty sick.
Yeah. Trade the Helm is interesting.
All right, so if they attack with the Earth Rumbler, I'm just going to triple block with the Pothole Moles because I won't be able to kill all of them. And take another 7.
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
We just have to hope they don't have the bestow
Reanimate?
greatness. No.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about the pump spell than anything.
Nope, didn't have it.
Okay, so now we mill them.
Yeah, once they pass to the end step.
Yep.
You know, it's a little easier playing Magic when you have 2 brains instead of 1. I almost feel a little bad for my
they're
opponent.
playing a Howler's
What?
Heavy
They
right
didn't
now. I'm
cycle
surprised.
that?
Yeah, we would have gotten blown out if they had cycled that. I don't see why they didn't do that.
I mean, do I just mill them in response?
I mean, we're gonna mill them either way. So yeah, just them.
I mean, how many lands are still in my deck? I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And
And
I
what's in the
have
graveyard? There's the dual land 11.
one, just one in
So
the
we have
graveyard.
6 lands
6
left.
lands and 13 cards. Oh boy. Oh, Web Strike Elite. That was a pretty good draw, just in terms of like blocker.
Yeah.
So they have exactly 14. Actually,
Yeah,
that's
so we
lethal.
do the thing.
Bye. Do I hit him with a good game?
Nah, just no attacks.
Good
Say go.
sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship. All right, cool. I mean, I usually give a good game at the end because I actually do think that it's a nice show of sportsmanship when the game has
I
been
know you
decided.
are
But
a good guy, Gavin, but I think 99% of players that
hey, I
good
just got
game you on
malicious.
Arena, yeah, it's malicious. They don't actually mean it. I could be wrong. Tell me I'm a jerk, but I think that most people that good game you on Arena don't actually mean it.
If they good game you earlier in the game, it's fine. But towards the end, it's usually okay most of the time, unless they're like roping and being salty. I don't know. I like to do a little hello sometimes and just say hello. Thanks for sitting down with me. And then I wish they had like good luck, have fun um, emoji or
Yeah.
something like that.
Something better than hello.
Something better than hello, and then oops or sorry. When you make a mistake or whatever, that just doesn't feel great.
Well, we gotta unlock some achievements, Gavin. We
I'm
gotta
sure.
have more interesting things to
I
say.
did just unlock an achievement. I don't know if you saw that on the screen. I
I didn't see.
unlocked
What was it?
malicious.
Ah, we milled
Malicious.
somebody out.
I can't
Malicious.
believe I haven't done that before. Seems like this kind of stuff should happen more often.
I
I
feel like
miscounted on that last turn. I thought I would need another turn of milling before I'd have the 14 cards or the half the cards needed to get. But with the
it
draw
was
that they
good that
had,
you hesitated a moment and you double checked. You know, it's
yeah,
important when it's that close that you
hmm
take that extra second, look at what you need to win, what do they need to win, how are we executing our game plan.
this is so good with one more land. I might keep this because I have
We're on the draw.
interaction
We have a turn
and we
one
have a
play,
cycler.
and we have a cycler if we don't hit a third land.
But we need that third land.
We need
Third
that
land
third
unlocks
land.
everything else, and
Yeah.
also I don't really know if this hand is very good. Like I just don't know if this is a very good hand in general.
What
What are your thoughts?
is a better hand than this
Anything with
with
an
six
engine rat in it.
cards? Okay. Then
So
we mulligan to hit Swamp Engine Rat, and
actually,
we
this is
still
better.
don't.
This is better. This is much better
We have a
actually.
turn two play.
Yeah, turn two play. We have a turn one play, a turn two play, and I'm going to keep the bestow greatness and pitch the Fangart.
Pitch the Bestow Greatness and keep the creature.
Yeah, you're right.
Um,
The fact that we have two green sources for our double green is pretty funny. And look at that, pothole mole right on
there we
time.
go.
Let's get scrapping.
And notably, our 2-drop, they cannot Grim Bauble.
That's right. And look at that, there's a Rex. Oops.
So, here's the Elite.
I accidentally clicked off the tab there.
If they attack into the Elite, we're going to have to assume they have Maximum Overdrive or Grim Bauble. Okay, that's fine.
Do they whiff? They whiffed.
And they hit a
Sick.
Broodheart, so we're happy about that.
We sure are. Pothole mole probably here, right? Because I don't really want to use broken wings on that
Not
thing.
yet, yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want to trade it.
No,
I'm happy with the pothole mole. It's fine.
yeah.
This will find me my fourth and maybe the fifth land for the fourth land at least.
Well,
We haven't seen Achik once.
not yet.
Oh no, run over gone.
And Engine
That's a
Rat.
bummer. And an engine rat.
No Black Source yet, so not as sad.
Yeah, we're just gonna chill out here.
Yeah, because we're happy to trade our pothole mole for their vehicle at this point
Mm-hmm.
and keep the 3/3 on board. And they
Okay.
missed a land drop.
So at this point, I think I am going to
Or were
attack and
we
use
on?
the Fang Guardian aggressively because
That
with
sounds good.
Agnosaurus Rex next turn, I think that's a good play.
Yeah. Were we on the play? I thought they were on the play.
I could also use the Scrap Compactor here, but I think I want to use the Fang Guardian just to get another body on the board.
Well, I would wait for them to block. I feel like they're telegraphing maximum overdrive is the
They
thing.
might be telegraphing maximum overdrive, or they might have a spin out too. Well, I'm gonna go for it. If they use maximum overdrive, so be it. But I'd rather them do it now than later. Oh, bestow greatness.
Interesting. Okay.
Super glad they used that there. That was actually probably the best case scenario. That way they can't use it to cycle the Thundering Broodwagon. Yep, makes sense.
Digging for the land.
The
Ooh,
Scurryfoot, okay.
nice. I think we kill a Scurryfoot.
Overplaying the Rex.
Uh, do we want to continue to stay the beatdown? I feel like we've been the beatdown this game.
I think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to actually attack with everything and
Okay.
see what they do. Okay, that's fine. Now, notably, if they do have a spin out, that's going to be a problem, but I'm not too worried about the other stuff because we have the broken wings and the scrap compactor, which we can actually use for 6 next turn if we wanted to. Ooh, Ooze Patrol, nice.
Ooze Patrol.
Okay, so 6/6. You know what's funny is like I can still attack in here.
Yeah.
It's a 2-turn clock, baby.
What does the vehicle crew for? Is it 2?
1.
Cruise for 1.
Mm-hmm.
And kill
And
the
just,
mouse now. Don't let them untap.
but is this a vehicle? No, it's a creature. It's an ooze. I mean, it's not going to get any
Yeah, but
bigger.
don't let them make a free 3.
Yeah, but if I let them make a 3/3, they may make a bad block on my Rex next turn.
I I would just keep them from establishing board presence. Like you're so far ahead right now. I would just try and stay ahead on board as much as possible because any
Okay.
choice they make is going to be bad.
All right, I'm listening to you on this one, Paul.
You have an answer for their vehicle also on board. So theoretically they need to play 2 things to just try and stay at parity with us right now.
Oh, of course, they have the debris beetle.
That's a way to turn things around a bit.
Yeah.
We still have an answer.
Yep.
That's
I mean,
fine.
we're still winning and we're still fine here. And if they
Yeah.
attack, they're going to be
Yeah.
screwed. But
I mean, if they attack for 6, we take 6. Yeah.
bye. Man, debris beetle is so good. It's like a mini. Sorry, train of thought.
Mini
I mean, they
Siege
have to
Rhino, is that
block
what you're
the
thinking?
Rex, right? Mini
Yeah,
siege rhino. Thank you.
well, we have a new mini Siege Rhino coming in Tarkir Dragonstorm that they revealed. So I'm excited for that.
Here's a question: do I fire this off on
Keep holding it.
just so that I could
At the
have the
very least,
surveil?
you can annoy them by killing their pilot again if they try and bring the pilot back.
That's true.
I would have maybe held the land if they have a discard spell.
Well, if they have a discard spell, they're gonna get me either way. Okay, Wicker Folk still doesn't do it, right? Because I just give it minus minus. Oh, they have their own Crim Bubble. They did have a discard spell.
Yeah, that's where holding the land is super good because we don't care at this point with 4, 5, 6 land out. Although
That's game, right?
so they what is the thing that they just deployed crew for? It crews for 1, crews
2.
for 2. So they can't crew that. They block
They can. They can crew. They can crew the carrying cruiser and
that
then crew
cruise.
that. So,
Okay, so
but they would still be taking.
we can't attack.
Okay, so then just engine rat, and then hold up activation.
Yeah, engine rat holdup
They
activation.
still have to rip a actually, if I attack, they have to double block the Agnosaurus Rex in order to not take trample,
But
which
they're
leaves the
gonna
pothole mole through, right? Because they have to double block
they have to
this.
double block that. Yeah. So okay, that I buy that. They're tapped out, so they're gonna have to crew and double block if that's what they're gonna do.
Right? Because any trample getting through, can they put 8 toughness worth of trample? Or no, they can only get 6.
Well, they can
Yeah.
just double block with the 2 creatures that they have. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Okay. We found the line. We found the line. They were probably like, why are they in the tank so much? Just attack with everything. I think the tricky part
I
is
will be the
that
first to admit that I probably play too cautiously.
mm,
I spend a lot of time looking at how do I lose this game, and I should spend a little bit more time saying I'm ahead, how do I win?
yeah. Well, that's the thing is like you need to realize that one person is being the aggressor, one person is being the defender, and realizing where you are in that spot within the game is really important. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is a very interesting hand.
Dredger's Insight is going to get artifact
It can
creature
grab an
or
artifact
land,
creature or land.
so I think we keep this. I think
You think
I think
you
there's a
think
lot of
hope that a
upside.
Agnosaurus Rex is good enough? They both cycle.
They both cycle. We could cycle the Ketrodon to hit something
I just don't
else.
think that I have any plays
We're on
until
the
turn
draw.
4. And I don't have either of my colors or any of my colors.
I
I
mean,
actually
we're
think this is a mulligan
okay.
as well. That is much better,
That is
actually.
much better. So what goes back?
Greatness goes back
Okay.
because I have the run over with the engine rat for
Okay.
removal if I need it.
Sounds good.
Look at that. 2 mulligans and rewarded every time.
Nice.
Usually
It does not always work out
it
that
doesn't always
way. Mono green or missing a color?
Hmm. Maybe they
I'm
have
going to
that
go
web
with
strike
missing a
elite.
color being that they played nothing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack with the rat. Hold up, run over.
And I think this time
They might have held the same hand that we
they
got.
kept a speculative hand like we were thinking of doing, and theirs didn't get there. Are we playing the same deck?
We might be playing the same deck. They're guaranteed they grab a land here. Unless they're super greedy and want the refueler. But yeah, this is a Golgari, yeah. Look at
Okay.
that. Oh, well, you're a little late here, bud, to the party.
That's okay. We drop it now and then we roar.
Off to the races. Giddy up. And the next turn, a hazard. Next turn, if we draw a land, the Agnosaur Rex. But we can also keep up this as a trick if we. Oh, that's. Question is, do I run over the Loxodon Surveyor and
I
get him
would
for
just play
3?
the 4/4 and pass.
You think so?
Yeah, I would just play the four
Even
four and
though getting
pass.
the 5/5 online would be better next turn.
Well, we have to guarantee hitting a land and playing using all of our mana on this turn because we can always pothole mole. If we hit our 5th land, we can pothole mole and run over, or just play out a
That's
turn.
right. That's true. Also, this tramples, so this will get over to increase our speed as
Hypothetically,
well.
we could have also attacked with Engine Rat and see if they blocked or not.
Hmm.
Because now they've found their black source, we're worried about Grimbauble. Beast
Mm-hmm.
Rider Vanguard, I'm less worried about.
Oh, hey, look, River Churn Monument. I actually might get that going early and just hold up run over
What do
here.
you think about pothole moling, leave the blue up, and see if we hit another land?
That's kind of greedy, but
Or
I kind of like
or
it.
before you pothole mole, they've got 3 lands up. What do you think about attacking into their board with the Engine Rat and the 4/4 while we've got
And
run
then running
over
over or
up?
whatever they try to. I
Yeah,
mean,
because we could
I'm
run over
thinking
and then
bestow
do the
greatness.
monument.
Also, the Gold Gari deck milling might not be the best choice.
Well, we could just let them mill themselves.
That's true. Yeah, I actually really like that attack play here. I might not attack with the rat. I might just go with the hazard.
Well, if they put the 3/3 in front of the, oh, okay, you leaving back the 2/1. I would attack with both.
You think so?
The question is whether
I
I would
mean,
attack
it's
with
not worth the
everything.
1 damage for these two. Like, let's say they no block, then it's not. It's not doing anything next turn.
I mean, it puts them at 13, and then we can still hold up run over. You can just play the monument and then run over.
I think I'm
I
just
would.
going to attack with the hazard and tell
Okay.
them that I have something
Okay.
and just see what they do. Because basically, I'm announcing to them that I have something. Yeah, they're not even taking it. They're just taking it. That's what I thought. All right. So now I like River Churn Monument Hold Up Run Over because
100%.
then I can get them if they try to kill something in response. And if not, then I can just start milling. Fuel the flames.
Neat.
Interesting. I wonder why they didn't block and then use. Oh, because they don't have red. Because
Jund.
they're
Yeah.
maybe red's their secondary color.
And
Did
black
they
is
get
the
there?
splash, maybe.
Could be.
Or they could just be straight Jund.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of green in there.
Attacking with both. Block the 2/2 with the 2/1, I think. No, no, no. Block with the 2/1. We don't care about the 2/1. Make them commit the
That's right.
first move, and then you run over them if they don't do anything.
Nah, I'm just gonna let them get in with the 3/3. That's fine.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Whatever they play, whatever they play here, it's gonna
Played
be
something,
huge. Yeah.
yeah. So now we killed that with our run over, and then we're just so far ahead.
Bye. And we hit the fifth
Yeah,
land.
turn
Sick.
everything sideways and play the
I'm gonna
8/8.
keep the engine rat back still, though.
I just keep beating down. We're so far ahead.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And an 8/8 should hold up.
Yeah.
Engines have been started.
We have hit max speed. The pedal is to the metal.
They have to deal with this River Churn Monument at some point too. And they're off it.
There you go.
Okay. So maybe this deck is better than I gave it credit for, because right now we are currently 3-0, 4-0. Touch of
Achievement
Death.
completed. Touch of Death.
That's hilarious. Lumbering Laundry. Yeah. Already at
Oh,
4
right
wins.
now. All right.
Hate to say it. Don't hate to say it. Paul, can we draft together more often?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's not put the cart before the horse, because we're up against Bedlam. All right, so this is interesting because we have the 2 Hazard of the Dunes. All we need is another land, and we go first. And we have a cycler on turn 2.
I think we keep with the
I think this is
cycler.
also a keep. Yeah. Because we just need 1 land in the next 3 draw steps. It sucks that our first play won't be until turn 4, maybe, but I still think it's going to be fine. 4/4.
We could also
with
cycle
reach
and
is
hit
good.
Pothole Mole and just be off to the races.
Okay, I might cycle it now because
Yeah. Because they've
that's
started
3/1.
engines. We wanna try and hit our Pothole Mole or something.
Run over's not bad. But yeah, not doing anything on turn 3 might be a problem.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we'll be able to Hazard of the Dunes and hold up run over until turn 6. So hopefully this Hazard can hold.
Are they
They're
just
just 2 color right now.
okay? Just Gruul. Adrenaline Jockey, interesting.
All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Hazard the Dunes, obviously this turn, but next turn, Hazard the Dunes, hold up, defend the rider in case they kill this one, and I'm still not in a terrible position.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I had something to do before. Ooh, white source. Interesting. All right, so what are they telling me here?
Either they're just trying to up their speed or they have a trick.
Or both.
Yeah.
I think it might be pedal to the metal here. Again, for some reason.
Yep.
Called it.
But they
Defend the
also
rider would have been
used
so
their
good there. They sure did. All right.
So now we
Hazard the
can,
dunes and then defend the rider, or
yeah,
hazard.
now we can do that.
See if they've got
Because they
another
still
one.
haven't shown us anything that we're scared of. The only thing is that we're gonna take three. We're
All
gonna
right. Yeah,
take
we're gonna take
three on
three
their
from the.
turn, but that's fine.
Yeah.
4. That's more damage than I thought. Deals 5 damage to up to 1.
And now this can add mana. Still not doing terribly here.
Now, do you want
Kind of
to?
like this with holding up run over
Yeah, I like that.
because it starts our engine. I might even attack here and see if they crew the bike in response to try and trade and then run it over.
That seems
Yeah.
legit. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I actually like my blocks a lot. And I want to do this on my terms instead of their terms.
Yeah, because we don't want to keep taking 4 from the.
Now, do I run over the bike or do I run over the adrenaline jockey?
Well, we don't want
I
them to
probably
block. We
sequenced
don't
that
want them to
wrong.
block our 4/4. So I would just run over the bike. It might have been better for us to just sit because we have this broken wings in our hand that's now not going to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a target. But I would just run over right now because we don't want to make the trade.
That was a little sloppy, but I still think we're doing okay here. I'm more than happy to trade with either the End Rider or the Adrenaline Jockey. They do have a ton of mana though, and they have a white source for some reason. What would you be splashing in white?
They are splashing for the exile a thing, deal 4 to everything. Explosive. Is it explosive getaway?
The Gunner.
Ooh, Thunderhead Gunner. Nice.
Nice.
And now they're
Ouch.
gonna. Okay, that's a fine time to do that. We are on
Discarding the.
5 lands right now.
Yeah. Just need the sixth.
Yeah, not where we want to be, but
Man, that stinks.
we just passed the turn here, and
I mean, if I can get that next land, any land except for the tap one, I can go migrating Ketradon. But I'll just hold off for right now. And if the Thunderhead Gunner attacks, I'll double block. Ooh, the Spike Splitter. That's so good. That's such a good card.
yeah,
They have card selection now. This might be a tough one to win. I definitely punted on that turn
they're
where I
not
didn't.
attacking into us though, which is good.
Oh, another
They're
bike. Okay.
tossing a bike. Okay,
Path Cruiser. That's another good Broken
that's
Wings
a
target, right?
target. Yeah, we no longer have to worry about taking 4, so we can just eat that.
They haven't moved to attack it. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is this the target
yeah.
for sure?
I would just take that out. They haven't offered us a better target than that yet, so
Mm-hmm.
let's just fire that off. Now we
There
draw
it is.
land. Heck yeah.
Yeah, they're still going to give us some pretty good card advantage with that Spike Splitter, but if I draw another land, I can level up the dunes, the Hazard of the Dunes. I still actually don't have a. They have a pretty good double block. Oh, they might. They might be playing. They might be playing the Wrath, the White Wrath.
Okay. The pile up.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they are big on Adrenaline Junkie. 2 of them.
Dang! Wow, they've got a lot of
That's a board.
catalyzers.
Yeah, that's a board.
You know, it's
All
pretty good
right.
against that.
Yeah, Grim Bauble. Goodbye,
All right.
3/1.
Yeah, that's the best target for it too.
Yeah.
Honestly, because everything else just needs to get held off.
Resolve. Get your.
Wow, if I draw the River Churn Monument, I won't even be able to cast it, but it'd be so good here.
Yeah, how many cards are in their graveyard now? 10, 17? Well, we get a scry. What are we looking at? Or
Surveil too.
surveil, even better.
I don't think I want either of those
Okay, yeah.
because this is good in the graveyard and it's not really doing us much help to block.
And there's a monument
Gross.
that we can currently not cast.
I probably should have topped the land just so I could upgrade the hazard, you know. But I really need a blue source.
That would have been nice. Yeah.
They still really don't have good attacks though. Rise from the Wreck. Oh,
That's gonna be a way to
that's
push
problematic.
things. they're going to get a vehicle, so they're going to get the big thing and an adrenaline jockey. That's interesting.
What
Okay.
else do they
I
have
guess
in
they
there?
just want
Oh,
to
they
keep
had
us
one.
from playing tricks at instant speed.
Looks like they had like a ton of these end rider catalyzers. There was just so many of them in their draft or
Mm.
whatever. I mean, really, like they still don't have great attacks. And look, there's a scrap compactor. I think the end rider spike spitter is to be the, or maybe the thunderhead gunner,
Thunderhead Gunner, maybe?
because the spike spitter is definitely drawing them into all of their action, but this is giving them more card selection as well. Beast Rider Vanguard. Yep, yep, yep.
Their deck
Eventually,
has
they're gonna have to go
card
for an attack,
selection
right?
and card draw for days. I think they were waiting for the 6/5 to be online. Yeah, because now we have to.
Oh, and a Gastel's
Ooh.
Thrill Seeker too. Jeez.
All right, are they going to attack us with everything right now?
If
No.
I was them, I would.
Yeah, I would have attacked with every. Okay, this is a big attack.
Yeah, that's everything. Okay, so let's think about this. I can take up to 11. So eat,
Yeah,
eat,
eat.
jump 4, 7.
That's 13 coming in.
13. So am I just Dobbs? Because that's 4.
So we have to block the 6/5. We have to block a 4/5, and we might have to block a 4/2. Where does that put us if we make those blocks?
So that 3, 6, 9, 12.
9,
That's
12.
exactsies.
Yeah, there's nothing we
All
can
right,
do.
good game. Oh, actually, you know what? No. I take it back. Hold on. I still have the scrap compactor. Oops.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, well, hold on. Did we want to block differently
We can't. It's
than.
too late. I already
Okay.
declared blocks. Yeah. But definitely did not realize that.
Yeah, kill the adrenaline jockey that's attacking. That one's not attacking.
Oops. I oopsed again. Resign in shame. Oh, man. Okay.
When the
So,
board gets tight, sometimes it's hard to see
yeah.
those
It is
arrows
kind of hard to
telling
see it. It
what's.
is kind of hard to
Because so
see it,
many
but
things
that's
get
on me.
tapped for crewing and.
Oops. Well, I definitely threw that a little bit by not utilizing all that stuff. But again, I kind of called it. I said we were going to draw the River Churn Monument. Also, as soon as you get to win number 4, you start to face opponents that have maybe a little bit better decks. It starts to get a little bit harder to get to
Yeah.
that 7 win mark. So, got to tighten up here. Play with your best foot forward, and
Straighten
hopefully it's
up
good.
and drive right.
Straighten up and drive right. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna, have to focus up and prepare to fail my test. Oh my gosh. What is this?
We don't keep this, do we, on the play?
We absolutely keep this.
Yeah, we absolutely
Absolutely.
keep
We have a
this.
turn 2 play, we have a cycler,
Okay.
and then this River Churn Monument we can
Okay.
just get going. Is it sketchy? Yes.
Very.
Is it keepable? Yes. And look at that. There's a
All
green
right.
source. Cool.
There we go.
I'm actually going to get the River Churn on first because in this matchup, I think being defensive is going to be better. And also, if I draw, boost buggy, nice. If I draw another green source, I could go to the Web Strike Elite. But now I'm just going to play the Sarcophagus and activate the River Churn. Interesting. So they can make that boost buggy big. I see. Definitely trading here if they attack.
Yeah. If they're gonna attack with that, we'll make that trade.
Only problem is I don't really have a good follow up. So
Yeah, but
or do
they're.
they have a run over
Oh,
too?
they have a run over
That's disgusting.
off the treasure.
Disgusting. No
That's
wonder they made that
sick.
attack.
That's so nasty.
Very nasty.
There was nothing we could do about that. They just have the nuts here.
Splashing blue as well. Interesting. I'm going to make them. Should I migrate the Ketradon and try and find another?
Yeah, don't tap your green
Sort?
source though. Tap it manually because it was trying to auto tap your green source.
Yeah, but what am I going to play with the green source?
you're gonna play your
Oh, the
2-drop.
Web Strike Elite. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And missed. Okay. Well, luckily they can only do one of these two things, and I'm taking maybe 6 this turn. Ugh. Should not have kept this hand, Paul. Viewers, don't be like me. Don't keep sketchy hands like this.
Sometimes you got to go big and go home, you know?
Go big and go home.
No,
Absolutely,
go big
yes.
or go home.
No.
Oh, they
Damn.
just have everything. That's
They
fine.
got it all. I kind of it'll loot too.
Oh,
Jeez.
very nice.
Wow. That was fortunate for them. All right, come on, find me something, mole.
Black
There
source.
we
We'll
go.
take it.
We will take it because now we can engine rat. And that will maybe stem the bleeding a little bit. Here's a question. If they attack with both, do I kill the Elvish Refueler or the Boost Buggy?
Would hit the. I would block the.
Refueler, right?
Let
All right,
them.
so here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
I'm going to trade with
make a pothole
there.
mole trade.
Although I do have the broken wings for the Boost Buggy.
Then just take. Then just take the damage.
I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to trade. If they've got more tricks, I want them to use it then, you know. Okay, Tyrox, not too mad about that one. All right, so missing double colors feels bad. Do I just
Tap blue and black and cycle a or
Ketradon?
Ketradon, or we save the Agnosaur Rex
A
to
trick.
as a trick
Yeah,
on
I
our
think I'm
engine
going to
rat.
save it as a trick. I'm going to save the Agnosaurus Rex as a trick and try and get them to go all in on the Hazard of the Dunes. Man, I'm taking so much damage, though. It feels bad. 188 would freaking stonewall this, you know? Like, do I really? I think I
Force
got to.
8, 9, 10, 11.
I mean, the Migrating Ketradon will gain me 4 life, so I think that's actually the best play here. Block here. Do the Agnosaurus Rex thing.
See if they're
4,
gonna.
8, 9, 10. There's the other green
And
source.
there's the green source.
So not dead yet. And I have a Death Toucher and a 6/6. And I go back up to 7. Might have just squeaked this one out, Paul. Jeez.
This is just a testament to the power of Migrating Ketradon, though. We're still in this game
We're still in this
at
game.
this
Yeah.
point. We have 3
Yep,
cards
it's
in
true.
hand to their
And they're just
one
going to start
card.
activating their refueler.
Yeah, Refueler is like,
Oh my gosh, they
Thrill
drew
Roller.
off the top
Okay.
there.
We're at 7. They just pump their Refueler and they kill us.
That stinks. Yeah, good game. Damn.
Yep.
Exactsies.
Yep.
Could I have done anything different there? Probably. If I didn't play the River Churn Monument out turn 2 and instead played the sarcophagus.
I liked taking the earlier damage and throwing the broken wings on the buggy thing. Not make the pothole mole trade, because the pothole mole would have bricked their. It would have traded with the 4-1. You know, it would have held back a little bit more stuff for later on. We take a lot more damage up front.
We still haven't seen Achik, which is crazy.
Not once.
So, what do you say? Should we ditch the River Churn and just go green-black, or are we still rolling with the 3-color?
I'm still inclined to roll with this. If we take the hold on, let's look. Let's make the consideration. If we take the monument out, what are we putting in?
The Silken Strength?
Are we playing that, or are we playing another body?
I don't think we're lacking for bodies. There's 15 creatures in there, but it did win us a game, granted. It might be too slow for our deck. We may not be able to stabilize. I would almost rather run the intimidation tactics or the Silken Strength over it. I don't know.
Okay. Which pick one. Which
I just
one?
think it stresses our mana base quite a bit too.
Okay. So which do
We've
you
had
feel
quite a few
more?
games where
Which do you feel more, the intimidation tactics or the silken strength?
it's just 2 mana and it untaps. I mean, I know you love tricks that untap
I do love tricks that
permanents.
untap. I do love
Yeah.
tricks that untap.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Let's just shore up the mana base. Let's add the trick. Let's see if we can make it happen. We'll do 9/7. No, 9/8.
9/8. Yep.
Looks good to me.
Let's
Sorry,
rock and
River
roll it.
Churn. Let's try and close this out on a good note. You know, it is an impactful card. They did have to use a broken wings on it. You
Yeah.
know, it was going to run away with the game if they didn't kill
If they
it.
didn't have the answer, yeah.
But they
We
also had a
were
lot
unlucky
of
that they
pressure on
had
board.
everything. They put a lot of
They
pressure
did.
on the board.
They
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 answered
had to
all of our
draw
stuff.
that
Yeah.
that hasty creature, that 4 power hasty creature, in order to push through lethal. So that was a pretty unlucky top deck, but for us, good to our opponent and good game. Okay, this one's okay. I'm happy with that. I might Dredger's Insight on 2 just so that Pothole Mole gains us 2 life on 3. And also Dredger's Insight is just good to have another red. Yeah, still gonna just Dredger's
Yeah.
Insight here.
Fire that off.
Because Scrap Compactor you can't even do anything with, so.
We can always just play it
Okay.
on 4 and
I'm just gonna grab another green source. I probably need another black. Do I have any double black cards? Oh yeah, the Achek. Yeah,
Datrix
because
the double black. Yeah.
I already have 2 green in here, so and I'm gonna mill more cards in a minute. Still haven't seen the Achek. You know, it's been
Well, this is the
5 years.
game. We shored up our mana. We are ready to Atchik away. We got double pothole mole,
Loxodon or
so we're
Pothole?
gonna mill some stuff.
Yeah, Pothole there. Because then next turn I can go Loxodon and Scrap Compactor or Agnosaurus Rex, right? No, I can't do Agnosaurus next turn. Wow, I didn't hit on that, but I do have 2 more lands in graveyard, so just grab another forest. How come I didn't gain a life from the Dredger's Insight?
Artifact or creature cards leave your graveyard. It's not gonna gain a life off the land.
I see. Okay. Opponent hasn't done anything over there.
Removal spell. No, they're not gonna waste a removal spell on pothole mole. That's fine.
Next turn, gonna slam the Rex. I want to
Oh,
spin out my.
they're gonna spin out the 3/3. That's
Okay.
interesting.
They must have more removal then. Crypt
Ooh,
Collar Chariot.
nifty.
Thing. All right. Well, I can still kill that with the Scrap Compactor, right? So just gonna slam the Rex here.
Yeah.
Can you dig it?
You played your rare. We played ours. You already fired off a spin out. What do you have
What
next?
would be a worst case scenario for discard here? Would it be the start your engines or whatever it's called? Oh, it's got menace.
Menashe.
Yuck.
That's
Ouch.
that's that's fine. They're hitting us for 5. We're hitting them for 8.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they cycle that and they make comes into play tapped. Yeah, fine. You're leaving 1 mana up.
Ooh, does that just win?
8 and 4 is 12, 13, 14.
Not quite.
Not quite, but
Could go for lethal next turn because I
yeah.
don't think that
I
they're gonna.
I
I
would
mean, but they do
attack.
have the Glory Heath links. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attack with both. I'm gonna kill their Crypt Caller Chariot, and then bestow greatness next turn. Does
You don't want
that
to
make
play
sense?
more to the board because this is 6 mana to activate to nuke the thing. Because you could also just kill the links.
Yeah, that gains some life. Yeah, actually, that's probably a good point. All right.
Like we've got 6 mana. Well, hold on. We've got 6 mana. It costs 3 to activate the
So,
artifacts.
did I play a land yet this turn?
I don't recall. You might have. Pothole Mole would be fine into the scrap compactor. Either way, we want to kill the life gainer, I think.
I think adding more bodies to the board is the right call, but yeah, killing the life linker is probably the right move. And I
Yeah,
do
we
play a
did already
land.
play the
Okay.
land. So we kill the life linker, and then we set us up in a good place. We've gone wider than they have. So now we're in a
Yeah.
really good
So they've
place
got to deal
to
with
bestow
one
greatness for
trampler
lethal.
plus um the bestow greatness.
Do they have the 1 mana +2/+2? I don't think that
They
card's
might.
good, but they're hesitating so hard right now. Okay.
Well, they get to attack me for 5 if they want to, but I have a feeling they're going to be more defensive here. Ah, they did
They
have the
did
Light Share
have it. So they
parry.
were deciding if they wanted to
Yeah.
make the body or not. But the body
Mm-hmm.
enters tapped.
Yeah. They probably think they're safe with this much. Yeah.
Or
Well,
they
maybe not.
just do that and
Or
just
they're just
oop,
off of it.
okay.
Well, 8/8 wins again.
Yeah.
I think the Agnosaurus Rex might have been the best green card we could have opened from
Hoped
here.
to open.
I can't
Yeah.
believe we missed
So
that.
5-2 right now.
Can we go for 7? Can we do it?
Well, we're just trying to beat my bet right now because we've already beat
That's
your
true.
bet.
I mean, if you were driving, we might have already beat your bet. So it's all right. Listen, when we play each other, it's usually a pretty tight competition. I
For
always like
sure.
playing against you, Paul. You're a very good player. So
Thank you. Thank you. You are definitely a good player. I don't know
I
about
always look back and
myself.
I'm like, did I make the right plays? Yeah.
All
This is
right.
a keep for sure. Hey, isn't it nice to not have mana issues and draw all of your blue sources?
Yeah.
uh, it's funny. We could actually like use Silken Strength on turn 2 if we wanted to, but we'll just start the
Start
engines
the
and
engines. Do they have
get
the
going on
counter?
that.
Are they going to counter that?
Hmm.
I might have held
Interesting.
that counter for something else, but I guess
I would have held it for something bigger for sure than
the
a
fear of starting the engines. Ooh, they're on the mill strap.
good. Let's keep it going.
Help them out a
Get all
little.
that garbage out. Well, Dredger's Insight, yeah, that's fine. I'll just take another green source and attack for 1. I love this card, but it can be pretty slow. And if
Yeah,
they're already
it
drawing with
doesn't
it,
have
then
the instant win like the monument does.
okay, so it must have been like looking for land or something. Just gonna
I
broken wings
I,
that
I
right
would have saved.
now.
I would have saved that. We were ahead
I
on
just
board. We didn't need to throw it away. We could
I
have.
just didn't want to deal with it. I just
No, but I
figured I
really
was gonna
wanted to
get rid
hold
of it.
up Silken Strength on any kind of trick that they could play. Or okay, 3, 4,
You know, what's
5,
funny is
6.
I think I still have a good attack. Oh no, I can still attack with the engine wrap, but
Yeah, I mean, if they want to trade their gunner for our engine rat, I'm fine making that trade.
I want to use Fang Guardian as well, but I can't do it all.
Well, you could attack. You could attack with both, and you could Fang Guardian the mole if they block the mole, because they're not going to block the 1/1.
But it only gives +2/+2.
Right, but
It wouldn't have.
it keeps your
It would have
our
kept the
4/5
mole
and
alive.
4/5 they bounce,
That's true.
and then it just deploys another threat to the board.
That's true. If they attack, I'll do that play and I'll bounce it and Thopter Fabricator.
They're going to
Interesting. So this is kind
have
of like a cycling deck then.
they're going to have a stream of 1/1 chumpers now.
So then plan B, rat it up.
Yeah, we're looking at activating rats and trying to find our big creatures with reach and trample.
The Sky Streak Engineer.
Does Silken Strength give Grant reach, or is it just
It gives
untap?
reach, yep.
It grants reach. Nice.
Good for an ambush.
Yeah.
All right, I'm still going to throw this Fang Guardian out here just to get more board presence.
I might have held it. If we weren't going to attack with it the previous turn, I might have just held it. Here
All
we
right, so
go.
this hazard will be good. I'm wondering if I want to just start like activating engine rats though,
No, I would deploy to the board because they
and I can
have,
still hold up Silken Strength.
yeah. If they want to get cheeky and attack with their Thopter Foundry or something, I think we just need to not get buried in card selection by the gunner.
I like this attack because I either 2-for-1 them, get this off the board, or use my Silken Strength offensively. I am happy with this trade.
Uh,
Because then it can't turn into a 3-5, and I
okay,
still hold my trick open.
okay.
Next turn, I can attack with more, because I'll have 7 mana. I really hope they attack with the... that's gross. I really hope they attack with the Thopter Fabricator. That'd be nice.
They're not going to do it while we have our reach guy on the board.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Trading them straight up is not good, especially since we can't trample over them right now with anything other than the 4/4. And Hull Drifter Cruise for 3.
3, man. Thunderhead Gunner so good. You know, be really good this game.
River Churn Monument.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it. But we would need the mana for it, and yada yada yada. So
Yeah.
do I just attack with the hazard and just try and clock them, or do
They
I just hold up
have a
my
blue up,
defensive
so we just have to be mindful that they could
bounce off?
bounce off. But I
Yeah,
would say attack and see what their play is.
because if they crew, the Thopter is crew 2, and this is crew 3.
They're not going to
They would
block with
need
they're
7.
not going to block with the Foundry. They have an engine right now to just keep spitting out 1/1s every turn. I don't think, unless their life total gets low enough where we're threatening lethal, I don't think they're blocking with the Foundry. So we have to decide if we're trying to push damage right now while they've got 3 cards in hand, and see what their block is going to be. If it's going to be
I think
with,
I'm gonna hold back and hold up Silken Strength
okay,
and the Engine Rat activation and the Hazard of the Dunes activation. Just playing stuff at instant speed seems better to me.
I agree. I just
Most
worry
of
about,
Red's removal is also damage. Oh god, definitely don't want to activate it now.
no.
That's gross. Okay, well there goes that plan.
And we don't have a
Luckily, we
Broken
can still
Wings
Silken
to
Strength the
answer
Engine Rat
anymore. Yeah.
to. Actually, it's still gonna uh, be able to trade with the Thopter Fabricator. Sheesh.
I still don't think they're gonna attack. I think they're gonna sit.
I think they're gonna attack with it. I might take 1 hit from it.
Yeah, they'll attack
Oh,
with
if they
Hull
just attack
Drifter.
with,
We're fine taking that. I wouldn't make the.
do I eat the 1/1?
I would just dome them for 2.
But if I eat this, take 3, then my Engine Rat has reach for the rest of the time. Might dissuade them from attacking again.
How
Although I
much?
guess I could do that next turn though,
Yeah,
and I take 4 now. Yeah, okay. You convinced me. That possession engine sucks though. Hate
yeah.
that.
That was a reason to have held our.
I mean, they've just got a lot of really good artifacts. What did I
Yeah,
use it? I used it on the
and their transit maging. What
ether
do they have
ether
left
siphon.
to? What do they have left to find?
The thing is, like, that ether siphon was going to get us with the
Yeah, but
Thopter Fabricator.
at the time though, they had nothing on the board.
Yeah. All right. Don't want to forget that. Scurryfoot. Is that even good here?
Not really, but we can run it out anyways.
And just hold up the Silken Strength?
Yeah, because we could make the 3/3 and then put the Silken Strength on the 3/3. and then we can at least be in a position
To
to
trade
eat a hull
or
drifter.
to eat, yeah. Right.
Because how big of the toughness is it? Just 2 toughness that it adds? The silken strength.
Adds it's a 1/2.
Yeah, it's a 1/2. So turning
We're going
into
up against Bauble, which, man, they're just eating us alive with card advantage. Man, this is the problem that I have with playing against a control deck. I've never lost a Thopter Fabricator, but this might be the first one.
now they're getting feisty.
Nice. That's exactly what we wanted.
Don't have an answer.
I mean, they
If they
drew
bounce,
just
if they
drew
bounce,
4 cards.
a bummer. All right,
They didn't bounce it.
they didn't bounce it. Let's make the block.
I'm surprised they haven't attacked with a possession engine either.
They don't want to give us our guy back, so that's. I'm just surprised they didn't have something at that moment, unless they're just super flooded.
Oh.
Slick imitator, huh?
Yeah. I mean, this doesn't have reach.
It does not, but we currently have a 4/5 reacher.
Is it better as a trick?
I don't think so, because they
Because
could.
it just gives indestructible, and most of the other tricks are not.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So I'm 7 turns away with engine rat activation. I'm not going to survive for 7 turns. I need to draw like my Ketrodons.
I think we drop the 8/8 and try and go on the offensive with the 8/8. It has trample, so they have to answer it.
Mm-hmm.
And do they have the bounce? No, they don't have the bounce spell.
I mean, they literally just have to have like nothing.
Yeah, if they haven't done
Which
anything,
they haven't done anything.
They have to not
yet,
have
so.
anything. They have to just
like if they attack with both of the hull drifters and all of their flyers, I can only block one of them. So they didn't have the bounce off. What the?
why
They were
would
literally
they
just
not
saving it
have
this whole time?
saved the bounce the token before and kept their foundry going?
I don't know. Maybe they just thought they didn't need to. Maybe they felt like they got enough, or maybe they just drew it. Maybe they drew it for turn.
Maybe.
I don't know. All I know is I've got like 1 draw step to. You know what would be really good here is Fuel the Flames. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I don't know about this one, Paul. It's going to be not great. Although if they attack with everything, they might be dead on the crackback. I don't know. I don't know what they have in their hand. I really doubt that it's going to be.
They can turn
They're
their
going to copy
sick
the next
imitator
spell.
into.
My God.
Oh, now we get looted.
At least that's a legendary creature. Dude, why didn't they just attack with that? That was lethal. It has haste.
Yeah, but now that's still lethal because they can just bolt us.
A good game, Bauble. Did I have fun?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
had fun.
Well, it's a 5 winner.
We went 5.
Definitely make our money back.
Kind of where we were saying it was gonna go. We made our money back.
Yeah. What do we need to make this a fully 7 winner? You think? Probably some spin outs. I think
solid ways to interact would have been what we wanted. Even maximum overdrive. Just being able to
maximum overdrive or siphon fuel.
Death touch. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was a good showing of what even what an average green black deck can do. You know, it's just so powerful in this format. Green in general is just very powerful, so obviously taking those cards highly and making sure that you can see everything and make sure that you make those right choices.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
is it 1600? All right, so you break even kind of at 14, and then you go up to 16.
We turned a profit. Okay. We made 100 gems.
We did. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Paul, do you have anything else you want to say?
I would say if you liked watching us play through the games, if you liked watching us draft in the previous video, like and subscribe, give us feedback, tell us what you like. If you want more of this stuff
Tell me how
along
many
this line, let us
misplays I
know.
made.
Tell us how many misplays we made. Yell at us, tell us what we did
You
wrong.
missed lethal 3 turns ago. Yeah, no, really appreciate all the feedback, and thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
We're going to pass the turn here and see you on the next one.
Cheers.